Super Mario Land is a classic platformer game where you control Mario, a little hero. The game was released
as he
for the
journeys
Game
through
Boy
4
in
different worlds to
1989
save
and
Princess
is still
Daisy from
considered
the
one of
evil
the best
alien
platformers
Tatanga.
for the Game Boy. The game has simple controls, with Mario able to run, jump, and shoot fireballs. Each level is full of obstacles and enemies that Mario must overcome, using his abilities to progress through the level. The levels are also full of secrets and hidden areas, rewarding exploration. Super Mario Land is one of the 5 essential platformer games on Game Boy because it is a classic example of the genre. With its simple but challenging gameplay and iconic characters, such as underwater levels and vehicles like the submarine and airplane, Super Mario Land is a timeless classic that still holds up today and is a must-play for any fans of platformer games. Kirby's Dream Land is a classic platformer game for the Game Boy that was released in 1992. The game follows the cute and fluffy Kirby, a pink ball-like creature with the ability to inhale enemies and copy their abilities. Kirby sets out on a mission to stop the evil King Dedede, who has stolen all the food from Dreamland and intends to keep it for himself. The game consists of 5 levels, with each level having multiple stages to complete. Kirby must navigate through various obstacles and enemies to reach the end of each stage, where he will face a boss battle against one of King Dedede's henchmen. In addition to Kirby's signature ability to inhale enemies, he can also float and fly, making it easier to avoid obstacles and reach higher platforms. Kirby's Dream Land is one of the essential platformer games on Game Boy for several reasons. Firstly, it introduced Kirby as a lovable and iconic character who has gone on to star in many other successful games. Secondly, the game's simple gameplay mechanics and cute and colorful graphics made it accessible to players of all ages and skill levels. Finally, the game's fun and challenging levels, creative boss battles, and catchy soundtrack made it a beloved classic that has stood the test of time. Donkey Kong Land is a game for the Game Boy where you control Donkey Kong and his friend Diddy Kong as they go on an adventure through various levels to recover their stolen bananas from an evil enemy named King K. The game is an essential platformer game on Game Boy because it has challenging and fun gameplay, colorful and detailed graphics, filled with obstacles and enemies that require quick reflexes and problem-solving skills to overcome. The game also has a variety of power-ups and bonuses that help the player progress through the levels. Donkey Kong Land is a classic platformer game that provides hours of entertainment and is a must-play for any Game Boy fan. Super Mario Land 3 is a platformer video game released in 1994 for the Game Boy console. In this game, players take control of Wario, a greedy anti-hero who sets out to steal treasure from a group of pirates. The game features traditional platforming gameplay, with Wario jumping and running through levels. However, unlike previous Mario games, Wario has a unique set of abilities, such as the ability to charge into enemies and break through walls. What makes Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, one of the 5 essential platformer games on Game Boy is its unique approach to the genre. Wario's gameplay mechanics and personality add a new layer of depth and humor to the game, making it stand out from other platformers on the console. Additionally, the game's graphics, music, and level design are all top-notch for the Game Boy, making it a must-play for fans of the console. Overall, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 is a fun and engaging platformer that offers a unique twist on the genre, making it a standout title on the Game Boy. Mega Man V is a video game that was released for the Game Boy in 1994. In the game, players control Mega Man as he battles against a group of space robots known as the Stardroids. The game features 8 different levels, each with their own unique boss to defeat. One reason why Mega Man V is considered one of the essential platformer games on Game Boy, the game requires quick challenging gameplay and level platforming skills to navigate through its levels and defeat its bosses. Another reason is the game's presentation. Mega Man V features colorful graphics and catchy music that help bring its world to life. The game also includes a variety of power-ups and upgrades that players can collect, giving them new abilities and making the game more replayable. Mega Man V is a classic platformer game that is still highly regarded by gamers today. Its challenging gameplay, engaging presentation, and replayability all contribute to its status as one of the essential platformer games on Game Boy.